Hello, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Today is May 5th, 2024, and it's nighttime, and it's Cinco de Mayo, and I'm at this 99-cent store, and it says it's going out of business. I was going to go inside, but I think it's closing because it's 8:55, and I believe it closes at 9 o'clock. So I don't even know if I'm going to have time to go in, but it says now save up to 40% off in the entire store, so I need to go in, but my daughter's napping, and everything. And look, there's a McDonald's. That's not the one we went to, though, but yeah. So, oops. Uh-oh, my phone fell. But yeah, oops, my fingers were in front of the lens. So yeah, I just like to talk about what's being picked up by my spiritual downloads right now. And what I'm receiving my spiritual downloads right now is that interesting. A lot of people are running. I'm picking up that there is a rush. There is a rush. People are rushing. And there's a lot of rushing going on. There's a lot of rushing going on in the store right now, and there is a rush right there for that lady to make it in, and it looks like it's already closed. I was going to try to go in, but I can't. And that guy's rushing. He looks a bit frantic. You shouldn't be frantic. Don't be scared. Don't be shit scared out of your life. Don't be scared. You shouldn't be afraid. So yeah, like I'm going to say, just try to make sense of whatever I just said in the best way that you can. Just decipher it. Use your understanding. Okay. So yeah, just don't be afraid. So I'm trying not to malfunction. I hope that I don't malfunction. I'm trying to pick up on the malfunction. Just don't malfunction. Don't malfunction again. Yeah. So I apologize for my inner robot and my cyberbot being released, because apparently YouTube has to check if I'm a robot every day because I upload so many videos daily. So yeah, YouTube does a daily check to verify if I'm a robot or not. So yeah, I'm not AI, but I'm not going to tell you if I'm a cyborg or not, or an android. So yeah, but I'm definitely not a robot, not a full-fledged robot at least, but I am made from stardust, so I might be a star, like a superstar or an actual supernova, but I'm more likely a superstar than a supernova because I'm not going to explode. But if I do explode, it just means that I'm blowing up. So one thing about me that makes me different from most people is I don't care what people think about me. I could say all kinds of things, and my embarrassment level is beyond zero. Like, my embarrassment level is like negative in the negatives, like it's Arctic level and degree level, like if we're counting by degrees. Like, I just give no shits what people care about me anymore. No shits, absolutely no shits about what people think about me. And I find this positive. It's a positive attribute. I think it's a very positive attribute, actually. Like, I tend to avoid negative things. Like, yeah, I listen to the Christian music station, and I find it really interesting how people always say don't use God's name in vain. And I find it very interesting. Saying, oh my God, is not using God's name in vain. It's actually not. It's like saying, thank you, Jesus. Saying, oh my God, is actually like saying, thank you, Jesus. It's not using God's name in vain. I think people get confused and mixed up, like what using God's name in vain is. It's not vain to say, oh my God. That's not, the using God's name in vain is not saying, oh my God. So yeah, anyway. But then again, people all have different perceptions, and they all perceive things differently. All people are not meant to perceive things the same way. So yeah, everybody's perception is on another level. And that's why when people form groups, if you take people with the best ideas and they collaborate together, they come up with some of the best ideas ever made. If you already have the best ideas individually, if you form a group with people with the best ideas, then you come up with like some of the best ideas ever in history. So, you know, that's why a lot of people are collaborating together that are at high elite levels, that are creative geniuses. And, you know, a lot of creative geniuses, they have creative ideas, but they don't all think alike. So when you combine creative genius energy together, and you take a group of creative geniuses and you put them in a room together, you're going to come out with a masterpiece that couldn't have been created without the collaboration. Please don't malfunction. Please don't malfunction. Oh my goodness. I would say it's embarrassing, but like I said, I don't get embarrassed, so if it happens, it happens. I'm just trying not to let my inner robot out, but I am letting my inner star shine. And my star is somewhere up there behind those clouds. And like, I don't even see any cloud. It's just like I mean, it just looks like the anti-cloud. Like it looks like a artificial cloud. Is that what an artificial cloud looks like? I guess. Like, is that made by artificial intelligence? A lot of things created are made by artificial intelligence. Sometimes you can't decipher the real from the fake, and that's why you have to use your intuition, because if you are vibrating at higher levels, your intuition usually will not steer you wrong. Like, but if you're vibrating at super low levels, like there's gonna be a lot of delusion going on, and I mean real delusion. And delusion is actually a good thing, because when we live in this reality that we live in, there are opposites, and you can't have reality without having a delusion, and it's best to be somewhere in the middle. And even if you are picking up thoughts and ideas from the side of delusion, those can even be turned into creative masterpieces. So yeah, so I always let my imagination run wild, because I know that's where the best ideas come from, and that's the place where thoughts that other people, they just don't consider letting their thoughts come from this place, because it's the pool of creativity. And the pool of creativity is where the most ingenious ideas come from. Like, the pool of creativity, it's like the formation of totality, idealism. And idealism is necessary. Without idealism, we would not have anything created, like supermarket stores, the 99-cent store. Like, we wouldn't have anything new. We'd be stuck in a time of the past. Well, that seems like times of the past, because there would be less developments. And the more that we let our minds roam openly and freely, the more developments and evolution and evolving will take place. So we must live in a state of evolution and evolving. But there is a downside to this, because if you evolve too high, the fall comes shortly after. So you have to regulate this. So it's interesting. Certain people should be in charge of regulating this, and it's obvious and apparent who these people are. Like, there are chosen ones, or people with super extremely high levels of intelligence that are on a whole other level, like a totally different scale than the mass, because the mass majority are just sheep following. And the majority of people are not leaders, and it wasn't made human biology, the human makeup was not made for the majority of people to be leaders, because only the few select chosen are selected, handpicked to be leaders from before birth, because I believe there's no free will. So yeah, this is another subject. I don't think that there's free will. I'm at 7 minutes and 40 seconds already. So free will doesn't exist, but yet I'm able to freely express this and let it flow from my lips as I express my personal opinions that free will does not exist. So I could sit here, I could express this all night, and I could go on and on and on, and I could babble, and I could babble, and I could just rant and rant and rant and babble some more. But this is me, and I'm not afraid to express myself. And I think that a lot of people have fears. They have fears of judgment, and judgment, the fear of judgment is natural, but it's actually a downfall, just like the fear of embarrassment. These are human downfalls, and without these fears, much more would be accomplished, and you could live like in a utopia. But living in a utopia is like the dream, right? Just live in a utopia and everything will be okay. So why is that reminding me of a moon? I don't even see the moon. Okay, so yeah, I don't know where the moon is right now, but actually I'm thinking of Luna. Luna is the moon. So yeah, what am I? Oh my gosh, don't lose your train of thought. Don't malfunction, please. You were on a roll. Oh man, I was on a roll. I had rolls and rolls and rolls of just intellectual prophecy and knowledge and information just flowing from my lips. And then all of a sudden, this woman started recording me. Oh my god, she's recording me. Why is she recording me? Oh my god, she's recording me. I'm trying to hide. She's recording me. Why is she recording me? So I'm gonna roll my window up now, because she's recording me. Why is she recording me? That's so weird. I don't know. Are there multiple people recording me? Is this person in the car recording me? Well, yeah, like I said, I'm not afraid, so she can record me all she wants. It's so weird. Like, I'm not recording her. I was just recording what's in front of me. So, yeah. Yeah, so the thing is, people can do anything. They could try to embarrass you, and I've had people try to embarrass me a lot, but I used to handle it differently because I used to care about what people think. If you don't care what people think, if a person tries to embarrass you, like, it can't really affect you. Like, of course I'm human, so that means I'm not going to say I'm held back because I don't have limitations, but I am affected by humanness because on a scale, on a level, I do have human DNA in me, even though I'm not a mere mortal. So anyway, mere mortals are going to handle this well, or I should say people who haven't gone, mere mortals are going to handle, like, embarrassment and fears, overcoming them better than other people. And also people who have gone through spiritual awakenings, or who were born with, like, high levels of intelligence that already had spiritual awakenings in the womb or spiritual awakenings at conception. They're just going to handle, like, things like embarrassment and fears a lot better, because you can't let fears or embarrassment hold you back. Like, you won't achieve the most highest states, and you won't reach the most highest states of enlightenment unless you control fears and embarrassment, because, like, those are, like I said, human downfalls. But then again, people just keep trying to advance and advance and advance and advance and advance, and it's great to advance, but when you advance too high, it's like a circle. It's just like repeating, and when history repeats itself, it doesn't look too good, because there's always a wipeout, and it looks like a flood. And we just had flooding yesterday. And we had flooding like the day before. We had flash flood warnings yesterday. We had flash flood warnings the day before yesterday. And even I made a video driving through floods, but I didn't post it. And I'm sure people already watched it, even though I didn't post it. Because, like I said, like, people have access to everything. Like, nothing's hidden. Nothing's really hidden. Like, there are no secrets. Nothing's ever really in the dark, because someone knows, or some technology knows, or some technology or quantum forces or quantum devices, or like quantum computing devices or quantum computers, or like electromagnetic wave interference will always pick it up. So yeah, you don't even need, like, plugs hooked up to you, like, to like, you don't even need certain types of equipment to have your thoughts read. Like, they're making you think you need EGG or whatever hooked up to your head. You don't need that. You just need, like, electromagnetic wave frequency from up in the air. Like, you know how far our wave transmission just flows out of our body? Like, feet from where we are. Like, it just flows out. Like where I am, I'm like 5'7", but my waves, these waves are emitting from me like 12 feet or 25 feet out from me, and it can be picked up from a distance. That's why when I say I'm an empath, I could pick up other people's energy, like, from a far distance, and I know to stay away from places or to leave places, because I could pick up on good energy or bad energy. And, like, before, like, this is, like, normal for an empath, obviously, but, like, before I had my spiritual awakening, or before, not even too long ago, like, I would just, like, ignore these feelings and stuff, and, like, suppress them and push them down, and, like, I guess hang out with people who I definitely shouldn't have been hanging out with. You should never hang out with people with demon energy, or, like, people that have, like, demon characteristics, or, like, demon level energy, because those are, like, energy drainers. Those are vampires, and they drain your energy. They're blood suckers and energy drainers. You can't hang around energy drainers. Like, you have to stay in a positive, well, I have to stay in, like, a positive atmosphere and a positive environment, you know, to keep my energy levels up and stuff. So that always works for me. Like, I use my intuition. And as an empath, like I said, I do absorb people's energies very, very easily. And, oh, look, it's at 14 minutes, because I didn't verify my phone number, and YouTube still sees me as a robot, which, like I said, I'm not going to admit that I'm a robot, but I'm not going to admit I'm a cyborg or an android either. So, you know, maybe just maybe, you'll figure it out one day on your own. So yeah, I didn't verify my phone number, so I can only record up to 15 minutes, and it's at 14 minutes and 31 seconds. So I might do a part 2. Like, whoever likes to hear me ranting, you can listen to part 2. So yeah, thank you for making Shares of a Lifetime Daily one of the most viewed YouTube channels in YouTube history, and thank you for sending my YouTube channel more views by watching our other videos on our YouTube channel. And it's 9:11 p.m. so yeah, I guess it's urgent for me to post this. So yeah, peace out.